Okay, let's unpack this Arsenal versus Paris Saint-Germain game. You want the key insights from that Champions League first leg, right?
Yeah,
Without wading through everything.
exactly. We're looking at Dave Tickner's piece on F365, the one called Arsenal Struggle for Answers to Paris Saint-Germain's Quick, Slow Energy.
Right.
And the mission here isn't, every single pass. It's about pulling out what really mattered, the tactics, the big moments, why it felt the way it did.
The contrast, he mentions PSG flying out the blocks, Arsenal having to dig in. That feels key.
Absolutely. And the report kicks off with that shock opening goal, doesn't it? Was Main Dembele?
Yeah, apparently his 25th this year ended a bit of a drought for him, too.
Right. But it wasn't just the goal. The piece really stresses the speed and quality of PSG in that first 15 minutes. Just
Okay.
everything. Quick passing, movement off the ball, even their thinking seemed faster. There's this line about feeling like PSG's very best football is better than theirs. Arsenal's, that is.
Oof. Sounds like it could have gotten really bad for Arsenal early on. The report says incredibly ugly.
It does hint at that, yeah. It felt like PSG could potentially run away with it in that spell.
What was it specifically, tactically, that made them so dominant then?
Well, the report mentions these intricate movements, creating overloads, especially in midfield. Arsenal just couldn't seem to break up their play like they normally do.
So not just speed, but smarts, too.
Exactly. Coordinated tactical dominance, really, for that opening phase. It let Dembele find that space.
Okay, but Arsenal didn't just roll over.
Yeah.
The report says they actually looked the better team for quite a chunk of the game.
Yeah, it's interesting, isn't it? The momentum did shift. Maybe PSG eased off slightly, or maybe Arsenal just kind of figured things out.
What changed for Arsenal?
Seems like their midfield started pushing higher, disrupting PSG's build-up a bit more, stopped them playing those easy passes out from the back.
Made it harder for PSG's playmakers.
Yeah, limited their space. And Odegaard started dropping deeper, finding pockets PSG hadn't really accounted for initially.
But they couldn't find the net during that good spell.
No, and the report points squarely at Donnarumma. Says he made a couple of crucial saves. Reminds us he made errors against Arsenal before, but not this time.
Right, so Donnarumma stood tall, and Arsenal were missing someone important, weren't they? Thomas Partey.
Yes, suspended. Yellow card in Madrid. And the report suggests you could really feel his absence.
How specifically?
Particularly for that Dembele goal. Partey's usually the guy, shielding the defense right there, breaking things up.
And without him.
Dembele just drifted into that space, got the ball from Kvaratskhelia, and bang. His defensive positioning, his reading of the game clearly missed.
You mentioned Kvaratskhelia setting it up. He sounds like he was a real problem early on.
Oh, definitely. The report calls him the standout threat in those opening stages.
Who is he up against?
Jurrien Timber. And apparently, Kvaratskhelia was giving him a really tough time. Loads of pace, close control.
Like beating him one-on-one.
Repeatedly, yeah. The piece even makes that comparison to Macon versus Gareth Bale back in the day.
Wow, that's a big comparison. Suggests a proper mismatch.
It does. There was also that moment, wasn't there? Where Kvaratskhelia went down near Timber, possible penalty.
Yeah, what did the report say about that?
Suggested he might have, let's say, exaggerated the contact a little. Bit theatrical, perhaps. No penalty given.
Okay, so Arsenal rode out that early storm, created some stuff, but then the second half starts with drama. Disallowed goal.
Yeah, Mikel Merino. Header from a Declan Rice free kick pretty early in the half. Looked like they were level.
But VAR ruled it out. Offside.
Offside, yeah. Took a long time, apparently. The report notes Rice's free kicks have become a massive threat for Arsenal in Europe this season.
So a weapon they tried to use, but this one didn't quite work.
Seems like it. The report called the routine over-elaborate. Maybe too many moving parts. Someone strayed just offside. Said the commentary team was confused initially, too. Tight call.
Frustrating. But that didn't kill their momentum. Sounds like they actually kicked on after that.
It does, yeah. The report describes Arsenal's best period right after that disallowed goal. The crowd got right behind them, really intense atmosphere.
Any big chances?
Leonard Trossard had a really good one, forced another top save out of Donnarumma. Arsenal were properly pushing then.
So high energy from Arsenal, trying to force it, but then PSG changed things up again. Less attacking flair.
Exactly. That's the slow part of the energy Tickner mentions. PSG deliberately took the sting out of the game.
Oh, just keeping the ball.
Pretty much. Focused on possession, slowed the tempo right down, stopped Arsenal getting any rhythm, made it hard for them to pass through the lines.
Shows a different side to PSG, maybe. More streetwise than in the past.
That's what the report suggests. tactical maturity, being able to control the game in different ways, not just attacking. It's a sign of evolution, maybe.
Interesting. But
Oh.
is there a weakness there? The report mentions a potential soft underbelly.
Yeah, it floats the idea that maybe PSG can be rattled. If you make the game chaotic, disruptive, maybe they don't like that so much.
Is there an example?
It references Aston Villa's game against them, suggests Villa showed away high energy, aggression, don't let them settle. Could be a blueprint for Arsenal in Paris.
So even though they lost 1-0 at home, there's still hope for the second leg.
Definitely some hope offered. The report reminds us PSG themselves came back against Liverpool in the last round. These things happen.
Any other precedents?
There's a, let's say, subtle nod to another North London team, overturning a 1-0 home defeat in a semi against a technically gifted side. Doesn't explicitly name names or methods, mind you.
Right. Understood. So the message is, it's not over.
Not at all. Arsenal will get chances in Paris, the report concludes. They just absolutely have to take them when they come.
Okay, let's wrap that up then. Key takeaways. PSG flew out, Dembele scored, showed real quality. But Arsenal fought back, Donnarumma saved them, Partey's absence hurt, Kvaratskhelia was dangerous.
Then the disallowed goal, VAR controversy. Arsenal pushed hard, Trossard denied again. PSG then showed game management, slowed it right down.
But there's that hint of vulnerability, the Villa example. And precedent suggests a 1-0 deficit away isn't impossible to overcome.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you listening should have a pretty clear picture now.
Exactly. The main tactical points, the key moments, the feel of the game. But it should all be much clearer now.
So, thinking ahead then, PSG speed versus their control, Arsenal's pressing, with just one goal in it. What's the one tactical tweak, maybe for either side, that you think could be the absolute game changer in Paris? Something to really chew on before that second leg?